Today we're going to be doing zucchini fries. I'm going to chop off the ends here. Get that out of the way. I had a couple of them I chopped earlier, but if they don't end up being perfect, it will. So, because a lot of times it's kind of hard to chop them evenly, but because zucchinis curve in weird ways, but we do what we can. So, I'll take that, and we want to get as close to the middle as we can, which for this one I'm doing pretty good. Split it in half. We're going to scoop out the inside because this keeps the moisture from. So basically, we're getting the seeds out, and also this takes the moisture out too, but some of it anyway, because this is where all the moisture builds up. So is in the inside of the zucchini. Grab some salt. We're going to salt them. We're going to wait about 10 to 15 minutes after we're done with this part. So I'll stop the camera. And once we're then we're going to be patting them dry and cutting them. Right, getting them ready for the to be breaded. Okay, so there's that. Set those aside for about 10 to 15 minutes. So now these have been sitting for long enough. I'm going to take a paper towel and just blot them down. Get the moisture out of them. We want to get as much as we can out. Flip them over and cut. Going lengthwise. We want these about maybe an inch thick. But I've been winding up with about 13 per zucchini. With the Parmesan, it's only a gram of protein, so it's really, I'm not worried about it. The Parmesan is the lowest cheese there is, so I'm not worrying about that. So I'll just do a couple. There's that. Then I'm going to put in a half a teaspoon of the smoked paprika. And we want a half a teaspoon of this. That. And then I'm going to put in a half a teaspoon of some garlic powder, which is here. Mix those up. I'm going to beat the egg mixture a little bit too. Just take a fork. I only chopped up one zucchini per method, but I'm going to be doing these air fry, bake, and deep fry. So take your zucchini and putting in the tapioca starch first. Then the egg mixture. Breadcrumbs. And back down. Repeat the process for each of your fries. So there's that. And you can go back and do this again, but we want them to be pretty well stuck on. So I'm going to go back on with this one because it didn't get very much on there. And you will notice that the breading does come off in your the mixture. So you can switch these out and undo sometimes. With the breading, definitely I want to switch it out before I do the next one. If you do have an egg allergy, you can use an egg replacer. You can use bananas. You can use applesauce. You can use, if you're on the medical foods, you can use Cambrooks. Has a medical version of the egg mix. Energy Foods has one. And also PKU Perspectives does also have a so there's plenty of different options you can use, but at least with every zucchini you're probably going to want to switch this out. So it this is one of the higher protein versions. I am using real eggs with this, but I have done with the cheese sticks. I did as a low protein version. So if you want to go back and look at that one, you can see how I did it low pro. And these I'm going to stick in the freezer, in the refrigerator overnight. The refrigerator will help things to stick a little better, even though we are going to have to heat up some oil in order to when we're doing the deep frying. I want these completely covered. No green spot showing. So we're about medium high right now. They normally would stay in for 2 or 3 minutes if they were at full heat. Oil, it cooks all the way around, so you really don't need to flip them like the other two methods you do. Always let them cool down before you eat them. Oven and the air fryer, I let them go 10 minutes on each side. Air fryer is at 400 and the oven is at 425. And since you are working with oil on both, but it's not as much, you do want to have something, like if you have like a netted one like I do, like a netted air fryer like I do, put like some parchment paper or a baking sheet or something underneath it, and so it doesn't go through to the oven that you're cooking in. Okay, I'm going to take these ones out. If you like the videos, please like, subscribe, share, comment, and thanks for your time.